So I just want to take a minute to run y'all through some drills that I've done in this early preseason lead up. One of these drills has been a fundamental drill of mine that I believe has been one of the best drills that I've used to make me a better weight thrower, and it's called the cast and drop drill. The second drill is something that I've just started doing this year to enhance the transition from the cast to the sprint phase, called the cast and throw drill. So real quick, first that cast and drop. So basically, it's just as it says, cast and then drop the weight in the behind the trig, ideally directly 6 o'clock from the back of the trig. So I'll play it through once here. And of course I hit my tripod. That was real cool. So something that I didn't do real well there is, and I did a little better in my second rep here, or the next rep, is kind of leapt across the trig a little bit. So you can see, let me do this, where my left foot is, that's where my right foot should end up. As you can see, my right foot ended up a little further to the camera scene left. And then, of course, it's hard to tell on that. So, watched video between throws, saw that, and tried to make the correction here on the next throw. So, be a little graphic on the screen as well for this one. You can see how my right foot landed more to where I wanted it to land. So, great. That is ideal. That's where I want it to be. I want to have my right foot replace my left foot so that I can maximize the entire trig. Something I could have done better here is keep as I circle there, I could have kept my left arm up higher. Sometimes my left arm drops down. I get a little lazy with it. Keeping that left arm higher so that I can really reach across and have a pseudo block, I guess you could call it, to keep my momentum going around in an orbit. But overall, that was a good rep. That's what I would expect. So now going right into the cast and throw drill. Pause it right here. So basically right here, you're going to see as I land here, I'm good and I'm open to the back, but I really rush through this position. What I need to do here is kind of stay open towards the back just slightly longer, because the weight comes down, and instead of coming directly down and being in its low point right here, it ends up floating over to about right here. And then you'll see how when I do throw the weight, it ends up going over here in this direction right here. That's just, the low point to high point relationship. My high point, my release point was quite a bit over to my left. So we will lay that through, and then boom, it lands off to the left. Not ideal, not terrible, but not ideal. And then here's a better rep. I say it was better. It definitely was. I was able to again replace the feet like I was talking about. But I did still let that weight float, or not quite get down and back with my shoulders square towards the back. Can really work on that, just being a little bit more patient in the back there. My arm, you can see it was up like I want it to be, and then it carries around and opens me up pretty good. So I do like that. And then you can see I ended up off balance to the right a little bit because I wasn't patient in the back and really sinking down with my hips here. Ideally, you want to end up in a bit of a front squat position here. So really letting my hips sink down here and then keeping my shoulders square towards the back. Slightly longer, nothing crazy, just slightly longer so that I can really let that bag come down and around, hit its low point, and then still pushing it out long so that I can throw good and far. Now, this being the cast and drop, this isn't where I'm going to throw from. So the real idea here is to keep that orbit good and long so that I can come around again with a nice long orbit to set myself up for a really good throw. So anyway, that is that is my thoughts, my intentions with the drill. Your drills, you should always have intention. You should always have goals for the drill and not just do the drill. And that's mine. I feel like that'll carry over and make my throws better. Again, cast and drop. I think every single thrower should be doing some cast and drops in probably every weights session that they do, and even in the gym a few times a week. I think having a good start is going to make you throw further. I see a lot of people struggle with their cast, and I think if you can get that cast, you make good and set out of the back, you set yourself up for a really good and far throw. All right, any questions? Hit me up in the comments. You know the drill.